Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it to make sure you always got your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. We have a variety of award tiers. They all go a long ways towards helping Going In Raw, supporting the show, and letting us bring content to you. It's all about content. Anyways, at the $1 mark, you get a shout out right here on the show. What was yesterday? Monday?
Tuesday.
Yesterday's Tuesday. No new patrons. None. Really? No, that's great. That's fine. We have a ton of you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, our patrons are wonderful. The best.
Exactly. Anyways, and then we're also available in the audio world and YouTube channels. Got a ton of bonus content for YouTube channel members.
Sorry, I'm working diligently on my Stomping Ground predictions over here. So much writing on the line.
Oh, man. Friggin' Stomping Grounds. What a mess. What did you think about SmackDown last night?
It was all right, I guess.
I thought it was the tale of I think two halves. I really liked the first hour.
Yeah, the first half was fun.
And then I thought the second hour might have, let me bring up the notes here. I'm pretty sure, it was fine, but they really...
What's the deal with all these tag matches with needless stipulations? 2 shows in a row that have had 2 out of 3 false tag matches that have ended 2-0 in favor of the winning team. What's the damn point? What is the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you.
Like the elimination tag match, at least there was... I understand why Truth was the first eliminated, so they can do some 24/7 title stuff, and that was all fine and good, but you could have just have easily had him get run out of the ring by loser locker room.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
And then also...
I don't mind over stipulations. I'm fine over stipulating things. What?
Hold on a second.
What?
Elias pinned our Truth. He could have laid claim to the 24/7 title right then and there.
Well, that's a different match.
I don't think it matters.
That's a different match.
I don't think it matters.
Apparently, it does matter because it's
I'm not saying
different match.
It's like a firm point, but he could have made the point.
I think you need to bring out a separate ref for that match.
I don't know, man.
You bring out another guy. Now, if he had another,
I mean, you can only have 4 wild card people on the show, and there was 8 on SmackDown last night.
Yeah, it's the Wild West now. I feel you. I get you.
While the 2 arguably top stars. 2 of the 3 top stars on SmackDown haven't been on the show in 2 weeks in a row.
I like
no Reigns, no Finn.
I like what's up with that? See, that was sort of my thing here. What is this? This is a raw cap. I don't want these notes. Where are the notes? 19. Today's the night. Man, my God, I'm gonna be leaving in a week. Holy crap.
10 days, yeah.
Oh man.
It's too much.
It is too much. I can't wait. I'm looking to get out of here. I mean, I like that first match is killer.
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that.
Moment of bliss. You weren't supposed to hear that.
Yeah, I did.
But then, I mean, I understand the whole bit about The Miz coming out and getting kind of meta, I guess, with people don't like you, Shane, but yet they're out there.
Yeah,
it's somebody wrote this.
I know.
And Miz, you're adding to the problem, buddy.
Yeah.
I
did like that Miz said, I created this problem. I take it under
I like
my
that
responsibility
too.
to take care of it, which means they
too.
get more of the feud because that feud actually really worked.
Yeah. And even I thought at first when Seth came out for the Bo Dallas thing, the B-team thing, I thought that was fine because he was all dressed in his civilian clothes, and I was like, okay, cool, that's the last we're going to see of Seth.
Yeah.
And then he was in the main event.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like, no,
why not have
man.
Roman in that spot, man? He's actually on SmackDown Live TV.
There's other people who can use that time.
Yeah.
It's all convoluted, man.
Or Finn.
It's a weird mess.
Give that spot to Finn. So he's actually on TV.
Yeah, I kind of wonder about that. Again, I know it's a crime here to be, these days, cautiously optimistic. I wonder if they have sort of some grand plans for Finn.
No,
some big re-debut.
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
A Calabac-esque re-debut? No good?
Highly doubtful.
I got to re-upload that WCW. I scheduled it without putting all the appropriate thumbnails and meta in it.
I noticed it
because I was sick.
Yeah.
So
Are you feeling better today?
Do that. I think so.
Well, I mean, has your primary symptom ceased?
Maybe. It's possible.
You sound that confident. I'm trying to get some peace of mind over here, and you're giving me.
Yeah, no, that's like that's not a worry of mine. That's your concern. That's a YP.
Not an MP.
Not
Yes.
an MP.
I understand industry jargon.
I'm giving you what I can give you. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm fine.
I feel like you're just messing with me.
You want me to give you some specifics? No, I'm honestly not. Here's where I stand right now. Without getting into specifics.
When's the last time
I'm not going to get into specifics.
When's the last time you had a potential emergency?
I am not going to answer that question right now. It was a while ago.
All right.
But like, I'm still walking on eggshells.
It's still percolating a little bit.
No, not even that. I just don't know.
You're playing it safe.
I'm playing it super safe.
All right, I understand that.
Because we have a lot to do.
That's sensible.
These last 2 days have killed me.
Well, you just talk about
I'm on a plane in like a week.
What you're going to have for lunch today.
White toast.
Yeah.
White toast.
Yeah.
I got some bananas this morning, but they're super green. And I usually like them kind of green, but not that green.
Well, here's the thing to consider. Really overripe bananas, they have a tendency to get things working.
Yeah, but they're also higher. I don't know if this matters, but higher in like sugar levels. So
that shouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, it does. Like you're not supposed to be taking in too much sugar. When you got problems like that.
Yeah. But I meant in terms of like
I don't have any overly hard. That's the problem. I don't have any.
That's fine.
I'm
saying
like,
you don't want that.
Yeah.
You want the starchier the better. And
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's fine.
But like, there's a limit. I can't like crack open like it's like green.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It's like Green Lantern.
It's
right
like
now.
a bitter banana. That's not good.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
and it was all Winco had this morning. So I'm playing it safe. I'm playing it super safe. I feel fine.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Is you feel fine.
But I don't know. I might crap all over you during this live stream today, man.
I can't deal with that.
I don't know how many people you got watching. Right
Did you read that article about I'm just trying to fill time here because not much to talk about with SmackDown because like it was fun to watch, but storyline wise, not a whole lot happened. Did you read the article?
So many recaps.
Yeah, I know. The article going around Twitter this morning about those Facebook content moderation sites.
No.
Oh wow, bad.
Whoa, what are you talking about? What is it?
It's like they have several sites.
Facebook, the company.
They contract out to have contracted moderators.
Sure.
Go through like the worst of the worst on Facebook, and like the sites themselves. Apparently, the working conditions are horrible.
Oh man.
We can talk about more.
Are they here in America or
yeah.
overseas?
There's
really?
One in Tampa, one in Phoenix.
And the working conditions are terrible.
Yeah, because they have to watch the worst stuff.
Okay, but hold on. Okay.
They have to watch the worst stuff, so that messes with your head.
Yeah, of course.
And then apparently, like the corporate apparatus doesn't really care.
Oh wow, yeah.
And then like the working conditions are bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So
see, that's the kind of job they want to make sure that you're like nobody's on from like you do 2 hours and then you're off for an hour.
Yeah, that's not how they do it.
It's all like super like grinding away at watching terrible stuff.
Yes.
It's like a Clockwork Orange. They're giving them the Ludovico technique,
Pretty
Larson.
much. Pretty much.
Oh no!
I was reading that this morning after I ate breakfast.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
But then if they get the desire to punch somebody, they'll go.
No, it sounds like they vomit just from actually watching the material.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
It's the worst of the worst.
That's terrible.
Like some of the stuff these people have to watch is awful.
Oh my gosh.
Awful.
Just
Anyways.
shut down the internet, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't need jobs. We're good. Anyways, let's get into this, man. The New Day promo, and they hype the match against Dolph. Big E lets loose that he pitched changing. What was it? The name of what? The first hour,
second hour SmackDown to the Freaky Hour.
The Freaky Hour,
and there'd be a slip and slide involved
with Woods.
Yeah, and it was cut off.
Yeah.
Further explanation of Freaky Hour by Dolph.
Yeah, boo on that. I wanted to know more about this Freaky Hour. Oh boy.
So Dolph comes with a ramp. He says next time, he's talking about Kofi's trip to Ghana. He says next time you go there, you're going to be doing an apology tour, telling everybody you're sorry that you disappointed him after losing.
Yeah.
The WWE title to him in a cage match, and then he talks about what he's going to do to Kofi in the cage. And Kofi's like, "Hey, don't you remember when this whole thing kind of started for me? Elimination Chamber. That's a cage. I have experience in cage matches. I could hurt you in there too, Dolph." And then Dolph went to his "it's gonna be me" spiel.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I mean, I don't know. This is nothing I haven't said before, but if you're new to Going in Raw, this is my take on Dolph Ziggler and his promos. He is doing as much as he can with this, but it's still Dolph.
Yeah,
and it's still the kind of thing. I'll put it this way: I wish that a different competitor that I thought had a chance at winning that title was doing these promos, was involved in this storyline. I mean, I think the motivation is super thin still.
Yeah.
It's still silly.
Yeah.
But, it should have been me stuff. But if there was somebody, even like a Kevin Owens involved in this storyline, where it was like, are they going to take it off of
Well,
Kofi?
here's the thing, too, and I think Kevin Owens could imbue something like this with some dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph, for 5 weeks now, has just been bitter.
Well,
That's
it's been a lot longer than 5 weeks.
I mean,
remember when he came out with the big...
No, in relation to this specific storyline.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, okay, Dolph, here's your character. You're embittered wrestler because you think you've been passed over too many times. Okay. But that's just it.
Yeah, but dude,
there's nothing more to it.
Okay, but here's the thing. Is there any situation now in 2019, what is it, June 2019? I'm about to get on a plane. Is there any situation where they could give Dolph like the most immaculate character story arc for these 3 weeks that he's around or whatever it is?
Yeah. It's a month and a half.
That you'd be like, man, this is intriguing.
No.
I really don't believe there is. It's Dolph.
Yeah.
And he can deliver these promos as expertly as he can. And I think that his acting is pretty good on these.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's just never convincing because of who's saying it.
Yeah.
That's my take on
I
it.
think his acting is pretty good, but it's not convincing because who's saying it. That's a bit of a contradictory statement.
I think he's giving it his all.
He is giving it his all.
But I don't care because it's Dolph.
Well, it's partly you don't care. The motivation is one-dimensional. And it doesn't make sense because he just ups and leaves for months at a time and comes back and expects to be handed opportunity. It doesn't work that way.
I mean, I'm just throwing
Unless
this
you're
out
Brock
there.
Lesnar, it doesn't work that way.
There are actors who just give everything they can and just don't fit with the role.
Oh, totally.
Because of who they are, maybe.
As long as Dolph's been filling the role of bitter wrestler, I think he'd find some comfort in it or a groove at some point.
Yeah, but again, it's Dolph.
I know.
I think he's doing the best he can.
I know. Man. It just isn't working.
Yeah.
But part of it, I think, is because, I don't know. I don't know if he's... Do you think he is a bitter guy?
No! We know how much he makes, allegedly.
So it's Vince saying, this is who you are, Dolph. You're bitter. Resentful.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't buy it because it's Dolph. In any event, that didn't stop him from having a killer match with Xavier Woods. I will sing those praises all day long.
It was a good match.
Him and Xavier Woods did have a killer match. It was great.
It was good. It was very good.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. During the match, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn come out to the ringside area because Big E and Kofi are there. Lay them out. The ref in the ring tosses Owens and Zayn for their attack.
Yeah.
And then Woods hits like a crossbody off the top rope on him. And then we get the picture-in-picture commercial break type deal. And Little Nate comes down to ringside, and he tells the New Day they have to leave ringside too, even though they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
What sense does that make?
Well,
That's some BS right there.
he's trying to make it even, I guess. I don't know.
That's some BS.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Because I'm pretty sure I know your answer to this. Because you're like the guy who takes notes and you're kind of OCD on that stuff. I'm curious about other people, though.
All right.
When it goes to picture-in-picture, I automatically just do this.
I don't go to my phone, but I do find myself distracted by the commercials sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do.
Is it because they take up 90% of the screen?
It's hard. I mean, your eye goes to the largest thing on the screen. It's hard.
I think of it as commercial break time. Nothing important's going to happen. And if something does important happen, guess what they're going to do?
Recap it.
They're going to replay it.
During commercial.
So I just get on my phone during those pictures. Just don't bother with the picture-in-picture, okay? Nothing's going to happen.
Well, here it did. That was a major story beat. New Day gets escorted from
That's why
ringside
I didn't even
by the
remember that
Little H.
happened. I do not remember that happening.
But I was watching. I was like, what the hell is why?
Yeah.
They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They were the ones that got attacked.
Yeah. Well, it's like zero tolerance, man. You at school. Remember? Oh, you didn't go to Mills. You went to Mitchell.
Yeah.
At Mills, there's like a zero tolerance.
No, they had that at Mitchell too.
But I think I'm talking specifically about stepping on the grass.
No, they didn't have that.
Our principal at Mills was crazy about people stepping on the grass.
Like in the quad?
And he was super fast. Like, if you try to run from him, he will, even if you don't try to run, even if you're like, oh, you do something and he sees, he will run.
Why couldn't you step on the grass?
That principal was crazy. Huh?
Did that extend to PE? Like you couldn't run the grass at PE?
Well, no, because you're on the regular stuff. It's like Mills, there were like certain parts within the school that were like finally done grass. And he was crazy about that stuff. Mills was crazy, man. It was like Oz there. It was not good. It's not happening. Cordova was awesome. I love Cordova.
Yeah.
Sprawling campus.
Yeah, you can walk on the grass there. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so New Day, they get tossed in the ringside area. Xavier Woods hit this crazy press slam gut buster on Dolph. Amazing feat of strength.
Yeah.
Only got a 2 count. They're brawling on the apron. Dolph hits a super kick, knocking Xavier off the apron. He follows that in-ring with a zigzag, and then he kind of ties up Xavier Woods in the ropes, hits him with a super kick for the win.
Yeah. I like that. It was a good finisher. It was whenever you can get a finisher that kind of looks like an execution of sorts.
That's kind of what it was.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's neat.
That's kind of what it was.
So that was good. Xavier Woods responded on Twitter this morning saying, when Kofi's done beating you up, I want my payback. Probably not going to happen, Woods, because Dolph's probably going to be gone after that.
Well, that could be a situation where Kofi beats him at Stomping Ground, and then they have a rematch on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Xavier beats him, and then the New Day lay into him and send him off.
That could be.
Send him off.
Yeah. Send him off.
Send him off.
Anyways, Larson.
What?
Before we continue, here's a word from the sponsor of today's episode, Lightstream. Hey, Larson.
Yeah?
Didn't you just tell me that you were looking for a way to save some money this summer?
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah, well, maybe start by paying less interest on your credit card balances. And you can do that by refinancing with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Lightstream offers credit card consolidation loans from 5.95% APR with autopay.
Well, tell me this, Steve.
What?
Are there any fees with the Lightstream, and how soon do I get my money?
No fees with Lightstream.
Oh.
And you get your money as soon as the day you apply. And right now, you and Going In Raw listeners can apply right now to get a special interest rate discount by going to lightstream.com/GIR. That's lightstream.com/GIR.
Subject to credit approval, and the rate includes a 0.5% auto-pay discount. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/GIR for more information. And thank you to Lightstream for sponsoring today's episode. You're really helping out Going In Raw by checking out lightstream.com/GIR. That's pretty cool. You can get your money. You can get your money the same day you apply.
Money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So after that, Seth Rollins. We got a recap from Raw. October's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be interesting juxtaposition between what we've seen of late and what we see on Fox, whether any of that continues.
Isn't going to fly. It's basically just saying all the good stuff happens on Raw.
Virtually.
And what happens here is some sort of aftershock.
Yeah.
You know? It's sort of, immaterial.
So not only do we get a full edited recap package of Seth hitting people with chairs and why it was all set up on Raw, which to a certain extent I understand because we have Seth show up later on hitting up people with chairs. And I guess if you don't watch Raw, you won't get it. But at the same time, it's like everybody who watches Raw generally watches SmackDown save for like 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
We also get a recap of Baron attacking Seth at the conclusion of Raw. Mm-hmm. It's too much.
Too much.
So then we cut to Shelton Benjamin and the B team waiting outside Corbin's locker room. He has his own door with his logo and name on it.
Yeah, well, leftover
from
it was a severance deal, I guess.
I guess so. So Shelton Benjamin's on his phone. B team's talking. Shelton says something to the B team. Matt Hardy exits, and he says to Shelton, "Hello, Senior Benjamin."
That was good.
That was good. And then Shelton says, "That's Mr. Benjamin."
Yeah, that's good.
That's pretty funny. Next, a moment of bliss. Special guest Bailey, co-host Nikki Cross.
This I thought was really, really good.
It's pretty good.
I thought this really should have been. And here's the thing: they don't even talk about like their last crappy feud.
No,
they're going back even further. I love this backstory.
The NXT, yeah.
Alexa Bliss, number one, mentions NXT, so continuity, the kind we don't get in the call-ups, we get here in this story. So that's awesome. She says back at NXT, number one, they do a coffee bit. Bailey comes out with her coffee.
Yeah,
there's
takes
no
a drink
coffee
from
there.
it.
Yeah. And so Alexa Bliss tells Bailey, "You're crap because back in NXT, when nobody thought I had a chance, I went to the nice person because everybody else was really rude to me, and you didn't give me the time of day, and I had to go to Charlotte, and Charlotte was the person who was nice to me and really showed me the ropes."
Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it was really good, and I love that Bailey. Number one, a lot of it sort of felt clunky in a good way. Like it was, I don't know about intentionally clunky, but it seemed like both people, it seemed like Alexa Bliss and Bailey and even Nikki Cross really seem to be into this segment.
Yeah.
They seem to be into the story because it's something they can really dig
Well,
into.
I think what I like about it is they don't necessarily address their previous feud. They just go, they just correct the issues that were wrong with it.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly, which were a lot.
Which were of Legion, yes.
Yeah. And I really appreciate that Bayley she's got that little edge to her. She has that little bit like she's not just
not
a
a pushover
caricature
anymore.
And she's not just a pushover. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was a back and forth, and at the end Bayley said something like, I don't know, nobody gives a damn, or I'm better than you. And she used like a very low level. Yeah, she said damn. It was a low level curse word right there.
Yeah.
So she said that, and then I think Alexa. No, Bayley took the first shot, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she took the first shot, which is great.
Yeah,
also.
because Alexa was talking trash, saying that Bayley peaked in NXT.
Yeah.
That Alexa, has accomplished everything Bayley had hoped to on the main roster.
Yeah, that was all good stuff.
And then Bayley blindsides Alexa with a forearm. Or sorry, hits her with a forearm.
Mm-hmm.
They're brawling a little bit. Nikki pulls Bayley off Alexa. Nikki and Bayley are going after each other a little bit, arguing and such. And then Alexa blindsides Bayley with a forearm.
Yeah, that was really good. I liked Nikki's reaction to Alexa blindsiding because it's kind of a cheap move, dirty move right there. Yeah. And Bayley was really selling her ear. I think her ear actually got. I think her ear hit something because she was really selling the ear. It was a Fight Club moment right there.
Yes, punch me in the ear.
Punch me in the. Who punches in the ear?
Next, Zelina Vega is backstage. It's actually a pretty good shot where she's putting makeup on the mirror or something, and you see Apollo Crews walk up in the mirror.
I liked all this mainly because it means we're going to get an Apollo Crews versus
really good.
Andrade feud.
So he starts talking to Zelina. Of course, a couple weeks ago he said, I have unfinished business with Andrade because he laid me out before the match. And then what does Zelina say exactly?
Well, he accused Andrade of ducking him because he was like, I've been looking for him because I have unfinished business.
Yeah.
And then I forget what. Oh, she like did the little ooh thing.
Yeah.
And then he started backing up, and she was like, "You're right, Andrade's not far behind," or something like that. And then Andrade like
laid him out.
Like he came in full speed.
Yeah, and laid him out. And then Andrade and Zelina leave, and then Chad Gable's in the background taking notes and kind of laughing.
So there was one, I forget who said this, but it was on the Twitter. One of the friendos said that they believe Chad Gable's gimmick is he's doing going in raw math on Apollo Crews.
Oh, that's good.
Figuring out the going in raw math.
That's good.
He's like, well, in ring, not good.
Well,
what I see right here.
He has, I think, on his sweatsuit, and he's also posted on Twitter Gable, but his name, with periods in between, like it stands for something.
Mm-hmm. It's the Gable math.
Yeah,
he's doing his own math.
All the letters stand for. Great, able, best,
leader,
equation.
Equation. Interesting.
Well, it's math. It's got to be an equation.
Math. That's good. Yeah, yes. I like that. The great algorithm.
Great addition. What's a math term that starts with B? Great addition. No.
Barometer measure stuff.
No.
Bifurcated.
No.
Biennial.
L.
Biweekly. I don't know.
We're
failing on this. We're failing on
class.
This. Yeah.
Anyways, next we had a match: B Team versus Heavy Machinery. Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan were on commentary. Wasn't much of a match. Heavy Machinery, of course, they won with a compactor. And then Seth comes down the ring after Heavy Machinery walks up the ramp a bit, and he lays out the B Team with the chair because he said, anybody even thinks about talking Baron Corbin gets laid out.
Yeah, that was good. It was kind of, I'm not going to say shocking at all, but man, B Team did not put up a fight.
No.
They did not put up a fight
against
against
former
Heavy
Raw
Machinery.
Tag Team Champions, and they got squashed.
Like, the crowd still held a chance there. I mean, it's a very easily chantable thing.
Well, they get the thing kind of like the Unicorn Stampede where they kick a couple times and say, go, go, go.
Yeah.
I guess people get behind that.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was kind of
Boy, they were treated like local yokels. One of the yokels from the other day was on 205 taking on
oh, yeah?
the Brian Kendrick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly a squash match either. I mean,
Yeah,
it kind of was.
I like when they do it. Give the local enhancement talent an opportunity.
They gave this guy a rub, definitely. It made me wonder if he was like a student of Kendrick's school or something like that.
Could be.
Because he gave him a nasty forearm. It was pretty shocking to see.
That's
I was
cool.
like, oh my God.
I think it gives wrestlers, even the one who wins, the opportunity to tell a better story than just a straight
If
squash
this is
match.
the level of like squash that kept up, I'd be happy with it because it does give him more to do.
I don't mind when people dominate a match, but squash matches are just boring to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shane arrives at the arena in Ontario in a limousine. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are awaiting, and they kind of give him a recap of what's happening so far, what has happened so far. And I believe they call Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston terrible people.
Yeah, you know who does that? Bad people. That's who does that.
Yeah,
hitting people from behind. So yeah, Shane makes Seth and Kofi versus Sammy and KO. Best 2 out of 3 falls.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess to get everybody to get both the champions a win, a pin.
I guess
finisher.
So.
First one was great.
Oh yeah, right out of the gate.
After that, I'm in my room again. How many times do we have to go over this? It feels like the same shit over and over.
Every week.
And over again. I'm in my room without any pants on nor underwear. Waiting for somebody to open my door so I can expose myself to them. I want them to see my baked potato.
Goodness.
And dick meat.
Oh man. Oh, Yo Lucha Yo has a good thing for Gable. Gable's algorithm biometric logistics equation. That's great.
Oh, logistics is a great word.
That's good.
That's what my dad did in the Air Force back up on the elephant cage. He was in the logistics group, and I was like, "What does that mean?" He's like, "I can't tell you."
Ooh.
I'm like, "I'm sure there's a dictionary around here, Dad." Then I went and played.
Anyways, yeah, another Alistair promo, kind of more of the same. Someone really should go pick a fight with him so he can actually wrestle.
Just pick a damn fight with him.
But then again, he should go to the venue where fights actually take place, which is the ring.
Yeah.
And do something like that.
I made one person laugh. I made Kevin C laugh.
There you go. There you go.
Come look at me below the belt
where nothing is covering
my essence. Oh, he talked about essence.
Yeah,
he said
he just watched Dr. Strangelove apparently.
He just watched Dr. Strange. Oh man, what do you say? I don't let women touch me, but I do deny them. I allow them to touch me, but I do deny them my essence.
Yes. I don't deny myself the company of women, but I do deny them my essence.
Oh man,
this damn gammy leg.
Anyways, moving on. Shane, Elias, Drew all came out.
They the ring, and the Shane talked. I kind of tuned him out now.
I think character-wise, there's a little bit of self-conscious there because, like, he was like, "I'm not going to make this about me. I want to make this about Drew."
Yeah, because he's got the match against Roman.
So he was like semi-acknowledging that it shouldn't be the Shane hour.
Yeah,
I guess
no, this whole segment was all about that. And then Drew cuts a decent promo saying how he's going to beat up Roman Reigns. Miz comes down. He throws the video of Shane getting beat up by Roman Reigns. First full speed, then slow-mo. He had some sound effects to it. Then Miz calls out Shane for sucking up all the airtime to feed his ego, and he says, "I created this monster at Crown Jewel in World Cup tournament, best in the world tournament."
Oh, he didn't say Crown Jewel. He only said World Cup.
And he says,
at World Cup.
He says it's my responsibility to put an end to Shane's ego trip.
Yeah.
And then Shane says, "All right, well, let's make a tag match. Drew and Elias versus Miz and the partner for his chewing, but you have to find your partner in the next 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then R-Truth comes wandering ringside.
I give credit where it's due, man. This 24/7 thing has made for some very clever little bits here and there, and that's definitely one of them.
Yep.
So yeah, he says, "Truth, what are you doing?" And he was like, "What?" He was like, "No, you're my new partner, Truth. You're my partner. The awesome Truth has reformed."
Yes. And then Shane says, "Oh, it's going to be an elimination tag match." But before that match began, we go backstage. We see AOP briefly. They're back.
They're outside Baron Corbin's locker room as well.
Yeah. And then they pass by the Iconics, They start walking down the hallway, and they run into Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Paige. And then Paige says, hey, there's a match next week in Tokyo. It's going to be Asuka and Kairi taking on the Iconics. If Asuka and Kairi win, they get a tag title shot.
Yeah. So they're getting a tag title shot.
Yeah. Yes.
So then there was a good moment too when Kairi put up her little telescope thing.
Yeah.
And put it up.
Well, and all Paige and Asuka and Kairi all did
Yeah, that was good.
Iconic.
It was nice to see them on TV again.
I know.
That was nice.
Hopefully we'll see them a lot more.
I hope so.
Next, Miz and R-Truth taking on Drew and Elias. Pretty quickly into the match, Elias pins Truth after jumping knee. As soon as that pinfall happens, loser locker room pours out into the arena. Shelton Benjamin grabs the 24/7 title, does a couple laps around the ring as if he just won something.
Yeah.
And then runs to the ref. The ref says, no, you have to pin him
He
to
didn't
win this.
understand that it's not a scramble title.
Yeah.
Which I honestly think it should be.
It should be. Basically, you should be able to get the title any way you can.
Yeah.
And so that allows Truth an opportunity to grab the title from ref and run through the crowd to escape. Towards the finish of the tag match that was still happening in the ring, Miz rolls up Elias. Elias kicks out, which pushes Miz towards the ropes. Drew's hanging out ringside. He delivers a Glasgow kiss to Miz. Drew tags in. He hits the Claymore to pin the Miz. And then Drew hits another Claymore after the match.
Did you notice what I was talking about in that little text thread with me and Cal? About how it looked like Miz might have... Okay, you didn't know? Okay.
I didn't notice. I wasn't paying that close attention.
Maybe it was just me or the TV or something.
Were you watching on your phone again?
No, I was watching on my TV in my
in
my bedroom.
Gotcha. After that, Ember Moon's backstage. She runs into Carmella. Carmella's looking for Truth. Ember Moon's looking for Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. And Carmella says, we have some unfinished business with them. Tag match coming up.
The thing that I love about this is that Ember Moon is looking for them, and they are clearly in her line of sight.
Yeah, I know.
It is, and they're like, they cut a very distinctive pose. It's obvious that it's them. They have a giant box of donuts with them. It's hard to miss that.
Hard to miss.
So she's like all looking around, like, I don't know, up and down, and then Carmella is like, "Have you seen him?" No. Well, Carmella, you were coming from that direction, so how did you miss them?
I know.
She's like, "We have some unfinished business with them." Ember Moon walks like maybe 4 steps, and then they're there.
Noshing on some donuts.
And so she's like, giving a stink eye and talk some trash.
And they're all like saying, hey, we're sorry we broke your video game. We were trying to give you some activities that are more than just video games and books, but I guess Mandy's magazine.
Yeah.
And said, here, have a donut.
I really like the interaction prior to that, though, with Sandy and with Sonya and Mandy. I'm gonna start calling them Sandy.
I'll talk about the donuts. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, how is it we've eaten so many and we still look like this?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
That was good. See, man, it's that little stuff because we all know, like, if you've been following them on social media, they really love donuts.
Yeah, they have a whole YouTube series about donuts.
Bringing this into the stories. It's great.
So, yeah, Mandy offers Ember a donut. Ember knocks the box of donut out of Mandy's hands.
Boo! That's a heel turn if I ever seen one.
Yeah, and then Sonya and Ember start brawling, and they're eventually broken up.
Might actually get a match between these two at some point.
That'd be great.
Wouldn't that be something else?
Hopefully one that's actually televised.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
After that, right before a commercial break, we had a quick shot of Seth showing off his busted up steel chair to Kofi Kingston. They're having some laughs about it.
I do appreciate when the two champions, the two alphas, get together and get
a laugh over a damaged chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Firefly Funhouse, the one that aired on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And then a quick bit of R-Truth walking through the parking lot looking for Carmella. He runs into a ref who just parked an SUV there, and R-Truth says, "Are you my Uber driver?"
Yeah.
And then we see someone who with a blonde wig and a Carmella shirt off to the side by the production trailer. This person enters frame. It's Drake Maverick dressed as Carmella.
Yeah.
He attacks R-Truth, rolls him up, extra leverage having his feet on the driver's seat on the SUV.
Yeah.
Gets the pin.
Yeah.
Takes the title. Drake steals the referee's car to make his getaway.
And he drops his fake boobs with nipples
Corey Graves.
in the process.
Corey Graves is laughing about that. He's laughing, saying, it looks like Drake dropped one of his prosthetics.
That was pretty shocking to see
a prosthetic breast.
Prosthetic boobie and nipple on TV. Anyways. I hope they didn't get in trouble with the censors.
I'm sure that's probably edited out of the YouTube version or blurred out.
I wonder. Yeah, I'll have to check the Hulu version later on.
That leads to our main event: Kofi and Seth taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. 2 out of 3 falls. As soon as the bell rings, Kofi hits Trouble in Paradise on Sami, pins him immediately. They win the first fall.
Yeah.
And then it was a decent enough match. It was fun.
Oh, that's interesting. Sorry not to interrupt you. Sean Lindsay here in chat says, you see that Sean Ross Sapp said the 24/7 title people get creative freedom. I didn't see that.
That's their amount of creative freedom, yeah.
That's awesome. That's great.
No wonder it seems interesting and vibrant and fun.
I know. That's awesome.
And then Seth eventually gets the second fall on Owens after hitting the stomp. And it was a great sequence with super kicks and reversals leading up to it. But like these 2 out of 3 falls matches when there's no drama and the team that wins just sweeps, I don't get it. I don't understand the point.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm okay with it. Because I loved that opening. I loved the SOS the Trouble in Paradise, opening.
Yeah, that was really good.
That first one, I thought that was really cool. I get the idea of giving both guys the pin. I see what you're saying in terms of like really 2-0. Obviously you want that third fall for the drama. Yeah. I get that, but at the same time, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I like when things get mixed up. Does it seem necessary? Of course not. I'm okay with it though. And then there we go. That's SmackDown for you.
Yeah,
both champions stand tall in the recap episode. So it's not really like, still Dolph stood tall in his match. So that,
that trumps because,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then Baron stood tall in Raw, which is the only thing that really makes sense. So they're really playing with this math here, man.
Kind of.
A little bit.
Kind of.
Anyways, let's
see
what.
Some questions.
Let's see. Are you ready to look at the Would you like to look at the television?
Norgangi says Kofi is turning into the new Roman overexposed. No.
Oh, God, really? No, I don't think so at all.
No. Everything that with him has been organic.
I think the thing about Kofi, here's what you're going to realize after the Dolph thing, is that we're going to feel like he's on borrowed time at that point. Because if it's Shane that gets involved with him,
oh gosh,
maybe it's going to be Owens. I don't know. They already had a thing though.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, because I don't know. This is speaking from my point of view exclusively. I'm really enjoying the Kofi thing. Although I understand that it wouldn't surprise me if WWE wanted a higher profile, title run for somebody else, which I think is asinine. But that's how WWE is, whether it's, I don't know who. But I can see them wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Not seeing him as like a long-term option, which I think is stupid.
It is.
But
if you look at the roster heels right now in SmackDown, they're kind of bereft of high-profile full-time roster members. I mean, you can always bring Drew over, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than Shane, I don't really see anybody.
If it's like if he gets into a thing with like Sammy, it's like no, okay, he's going to keep it through that.
Yes.
If it's a thing with I don't know who else is out there.
There's Owens, there's Zayn, there's
what if
Elias.
It's Bray? What if it's Bray?
See, that'd be interesting.
If it's Bray, then it's like oh
yeah, there's doubt in your mind.
There's definitely doubt in my mind, and in fact, Bray, in my opinion, still needs to get that make good from.
I know from Mania.
From before, so I'd be okay with that. Oh man, or at least traded a couple times.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see here. I am in the Discord right now, and let's see. Oh man, Jimmy Thomas. Wow, that's a good point. Imagine how much better it would have been instead of Dolph. It was Ali.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because that actually makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Hi Mason, this is Elias. Says, what's the kayfabe reason behind Dolph having the American flag on his booty?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Is he American? He's from Ohio, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's definitely in America.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Never really explained that.
Oh, that's funny. Cody Miles has a screenshot, I think, of his desktop here. It says, when going in Raw complains about picture-in-picture, then hops straight to an ad read. Oh, yeah, that's funny. What is he watching right here? Oh, it's the Lightstream site.
Oh.
That's great. Oh, man. Anyways, let me go over to the Patreon.
Dom L. So I'm waiting for SmackDown. So I'm still waiting for SmackDown Live now, baby.
That'd be nice. It'd be cool if we can see Liv Morgan.
I know. Brian Jankowski. Ricochet confirmed new finisher, Codebreaker. He's got like a single knee Codebreaker.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love, man. There's nothing he does that I don't love. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Nick C. RVD was at Vegas Comic Con. He looked tired when I spoke to him. And also, have you seen the Randy Savage Slim Jim action figure? Yeah, the box is awesome.
It's amazing. The figure's great. Yeah, RVD, he aged a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he was last in WWE, I think, in 2014.
Yeah.
And he still looked pretty good.
He looked pretty decent. His hair's gone pretty gray.
His eyes don't look open.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Minion TM, Baked Potato Face is here to stay.
Oh yeah.
Mention that Shane says to Miz, "Well, you came from the dirt."
Baked potatoes.
A baked potato. Your dad's a baked potato.
Baked potato. Let's see here. Oh, this is a great question. Alex Foster. How should Bray Wyatt's style in ring change? He says both as the Freak and the Fiend. And if they have him do this, his happier side. You think, number one, you think they're going to have him wrestle as both? I think they're just going to have him wrestle as...
You know what I hope? They kind of alluded to this in the last episode of Firefly Funhouse.
We get the happy Bray in Firefly Funhouse?
Maybe. No, the hammer. I don't want to bring that hammer to the ring. That's too much.
No, I wouldn't want to do that.
That's way too much.
Yeah, no. Did he have him in any of the?
I think there was a shot of him carrying the hammer and the thing
as the Fiend, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it was featured in a couple other shots.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him carry that to the ring.
I would love it. I would love him to be. I'm not going to say wholesale changes. I already really liked his in-ring style.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun. But yeah, definitely change it.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
should
know
be some
how,
changes.
but change it. Give him a new finisher. Sister Abigail's great, but give him a new finish.
Yeah. Or keep that as a signature, but give him a new finish.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Have him start winning matches with the Fun Splash.
Mm-hmm. Aminadab Garcia. When do you think this Shane experiment will end? I don't know, man. I don't think there's no limit on how long he's going to be Vince's
probably
son.
after Roman beats him for the title. Dragon Reborn message retracted.
Nice.
Although maybe they realize that people are dumping on the idea that there's too much Shane, and Miz and Shane will have a feud that concludes at SummerSlam, and that'll be the end of it.
I mean, they've been sending out all these like focus group things.
Yeah.
And like surveys and, hey, how do you feel about the cards on this? About the Stomping Ground cards. There was like a survey of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. Maybe
I wonder if everybody said it sucks.
It sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, do you think when the Fox thing rolls around? Oh crap! When the Fox thing rolls around,
Yeah.
is that going to be? Like, it's not going to be the way it is now, right?
I would
these
hope
recaps,
not.
They got to have their own thing. Like, how do you do that? We want the biggest stars, but our own roster with the biggest stuff going on. And USA's like, we want the same thing as them.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult to give everybody what they want in that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna see the brand split go away.
Because then, like, how do they deal with pay-per-views?
Yeah,
Who's
I know.
main eventing pay-per-views
I
at
know.
that point?
I know. I don't know.
That's this is a lot of money on the table. Wouldn't they have sat down
discussed? No.
during negotiations? So let's talk about the actual content of the show and how it's going to work.
Based on how they approached the Superstar shakeup and stuff, obviously those discussions were not had.
Right? It's bizarre to
Which
me.
boggles the mind. Truly does.
Anyways, another question, Larson.
Oh, that's it for the Super Chats. Let me pull up the Patreon.
Okay. Here we go. Lubricant Hornet. How disappointed were you when the Authors of Pain made their anticlimactic return in a super lame Battle Royal match at Super Showdown? Well, I didn't watch, so I knew that after the fact.
Oh, yeah. Well, we saw them last night outside Baron's office, so that's not entirely dramatic either.
He says, I was never a huge fan in the first place, but after seeing that, I have little hopes of them succeeding on main roster. I hope they'll be okay, man.
Yeah, I hope so,
They're
too.
a wonderful looking team.
They were great with Paul Ellering at their side.
Yeah, they were.
They were really good.
Master of Memes, Blake Whitehouse. Who should be Finn's SummerSlam opponent? Andrade, Buddy Murphy, Ali, Nakamura, Shelton Benjamin. I say Nakamura.
Ali.
Yeah, where's Ali been?
He and Buddy Murphy had a dark match last night before the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thereth Bada, power rank other things that Big E had planned for the Freaky Hour. So they were slipping slides.
At least one 10-minute Aleister Black pantless in-ring segment.
All right.
Promo.
Look at it.
Weekly odes to Becky's mom.
Look at it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's good, too.
Thin Diesel. Fantasy book Drake Maverick's wedding. What role will R-Truth have in this affair? Will R-Truth be disguised as his bride-to-be? Will he be the officiant?
That's all good. That's all good stuff.
Will he pop out of the cake?
Oh, I don't know, but it's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
That's all great. They got to be having a blast thinking about the possibilities there.
EC3 will be there, I'm guessing, because Drake said he's his best man. Oh, Dragon Reborn, message retracted. Your favorite type of super chat.
That's the best.
Potential's there for something special. Cage Bryant, since Nikki Cross is in Alexa's corner, could we see Sasha Banks return in Bayley's corner? Potentially, but I'd be fairly surprised if that were to happen.
God, she just Instagrammed something the other day,
or she just tweeted something today too.
Did she? Yeah, was it today? I know she tweeted something yesterday. Let's see. It's time for now. We're low on time today. Let's look at Sasha Banks. Let's look at her Twitter account rather. Let's see here. 11 minutes ago is just a picture of her in a one-piece swimming suit. Bring hope when you come around. Yesterday, I am not afraid I was born to do this. That sounds like a Beto O'Rourke thing. I was born to be in this race. Only pulling at 3%, buddy boy.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Glorious Steve Klain. Hey, friendos. Which two wrestlers should switch movesets?
So 24 hours ago, she said Brooklyn, Boston, Philadelphia, Chicago, Mexico, Japan.
That sounds like a schedule.
I wonder if she's going to be
Brooklyn, Boston, Philadelphia, Chicago, Mexico, Japan.
Well, they're about to go to Japan.
Yeah, I know, but they're on the West Coast. They're in Stomping Grounds in Tacoma, and then the Raw and SmackDown are Pacific Northwest. So I don't think they got Brooklyn. Here, go back to the cities. Is there a through line there? Brooklyn, Boston, Philadelphia, Chicago, Mexico, Japan. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Can't solve that puzzle.
It's like Bray Wyatt. She's like just very, very elliptical.
Rich the Smash Bro. So another 30-minute Shane segment, including the match with the lame ending. Why is he still the A story?
Wait, the lame ending. Which was that? The R-Truth one, or the
Drew pinning Miz clean?
Oh,
they're building up Drew to take on
I was
Roman.
fine with that.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. Mondo Vulgare. Last year at this time, Nakamura held the mid-card title on SmackDown, was off TV. Now Finn holds the mid-card title and is off TV. Does SmackDown
long-term storyline, Larson?
Does SmackDown not have room for a mid-card title, or are they just really bad at booking it?
The wild card screwed over the mid-card title.
Well, it's the latter. They're just bad at booking it.
Although, yeah, historically they've never been good when they had the U.S. title. Huh?
Steve Klain, I don't know if he answered this one. Which two wrestlers should switch movesets? I want to see Braun Strowman and Ricochet switch movesets.
I want to see Braun Strowman and Oni Lorcan swap movesets. It's just nothing but vicious strikes.
Yeah, it is.
Do you imagine Braun Strowman like laying in some full bore with those freaking slaps to the face?
Yeah, those face slaps would be something else.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, man.
That'd be great.
He would knock somebody's head off.
And then sort of like a throw to what we saw on Raw, I want to see Cesaro adopt Braun Strowman's moveset.
Mm-hmm.
It's all power stuff.
Yeah.
He's great.
He is great.
Anyways.
Buddy Murphy and Roman Reigns. Have them switch.
Buddy Murphy and Roman Reigns do Buddy Murphy's.
Man, imagine if he did that finisher. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be
Murphy's
pretty cool.
Law. That'd be pretty neat.
That'd be pretty neat. All right. Anyways, what do we got coming up for Overrun?
I don't know.
Not a clue. Don't know. We do have chat
trivia.
trivia.
Chat trivia today. Yeah, here I'll do a quick perusal of wrestling news sites to see if there's anything that pops out.
Any bites here?
Nothing jumping out at me yet.
Okay.
I'll find something though.
There you go. Worry. Oh, that's great. CM Punk reviews Stuber.
Oh gosh,
that's great. It's probably awesome.
Oh, look at the WWE get their own category at the ESPY Awards. Best WWE moment. What wins? Don't look. Tell me what you think wins. Do you want the nominees? Actually, I should do that. Nominees are Roman Reigns returning to Raw, announcing that his leukemia is in remission. Becky versus Rousey versus Charlotte at Mania.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those two.
Kofi versus Daniel Bryan at Mania. And then Rousey defeating Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam to win her first title.
No, it's one of the first two.
It's Roman.
It's probably Roman. But like in wrestling, it's the second one. It's the Mania main event one.
Yeah, but Roman returning, that's the feel-good moment of the
Oh,
year.
sure, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Looks like we have one more super chat here.
just
Brandon Oltreras. Just want to thank you guys for what you do. We want to thank you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything you do. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.